All right. So this is going to be kind of somewhere between one of my Band-Aid and one of my Stitches videos. And this video is going to be about faith, really. So I had a really awesome conversation over the last 2 days. Um, one with a young lady named Sabrina who works at a hotel here in the Connecticut area where I'm at right now, near near Plainville. And one with a young lady that works at another hotel named uh, Bianca. And I was telling them about my YouTube channel that I haven't uploaded a video for in like 4 years. And both of them encouraged me that I should start um, vlogging again. So here we are. Um, so there's a lot that's been going on since the last time I uploaded anything. And I kind of want to keep this short, but I want to share something with anybody that's watching. It has to do with faith. I had a pastor friend of mine. His name is Gideon, who at the time was the pastor for the downtown Miami campus of Christ Fellowship. And before I went on my first ever mission trip, where my wife and I got engaged, he told me that when we take steps of faith and obedience, God will honor that. And I kind of knew what that meant, but I didn't know what that meant. And it's interesting when you think about it, because most, if not all of us, know what those words mean. You know, we know what taking steps are, we know what faith is, we know what obedience is, we know what honoring somebody's choices are. But I didn't really know what that meant. You know, what does it mean to take a step of faith? What does it mean to take a step of obedience? You know? And over the last 24 hours, I've really started to understand exactly what that means. And that is that, you know, you don't have to be perfect. Not even a little bit. For God to use you. I'm still blown away, like just shattered, that God would decide in his infinite wisdom and grace to look at a man like me, someone who has a crazy, past, someone who's done all kinds of stupid things, you know, um, like Pastor Trey says, I wasn't born saved, I had to be saved, right? I've done stupid things, and I will sadly continue to do stupid, sinful things because I was born human. Um, I just don't do as many of them as I used to, but um, I used to do sinful things, and I thought I was happy. I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't joyful, but I thought I was happy. And even in spite of all those things, God still decides, I'm gonna use you, the broken one, the one that has terrible issues with time management and prioritizing things that should be prioritized and procrastinating. I'm going to use you to feed my sheep, if you will. And I'm like, do you have the wrong number? Do you have the wrong guy? Because I don't think you got the right person. And he's like, no, no, no. You're it. Just tonight, I had an awesome conversation with this lady Bianca. I'm in the middle of taking a class on homiletics, which is sermon writing, and I'm currently in the process of writing a sermon on the book of Romans, chapter 14, verses 13 through Romans 15, verse 3. And I won't go into the whole thing now because that's a video for another day, and I want to keep this under like 10 minutes. But I also have to write a book report on a book that I have to read by, let's see, it's approximately quarter after 11 on Saturday. This book report needs to be read and written by 2 a.m. before daylight savings jumps up because it's daylight savings Saturday. And I'm sitting here. I just got done doing another piece of homework for the homiletics class. And I'm like, oh man, I just need a small break. And then I just felt, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt God saying, go get a beer. And I'm like, but I have so much to do, so go get a beer. Okay. So I go downstairs to the lobby of the hotel. They don't sell beer. Connecticut. So she's like, yeah, but the place across the street, they sell beer. So I went across the street and I spoke to the young lady there and I got a beer. And I was talking to her about my faith and what I'm doing with life, and I told her that I'm trying to write a sermon, and I asked her if she wanted to hear it, and she said yeah. So I told her the sermon, which I'll put up on the channel soon enough. Once I give it, I'll put it up um, for anybody that wants to watch it. And it was so weird because I'm like, man, I have this book report to do, and God, I've been screwing up my time management, and I've been just dropping the ball so hard it's cratering the ground. But fine. So I told her the sermon. She heard the whole thing. And I'm glad I did because I'm getting it refined. And she gave me some really, really good feedback that I was like, oh, duh. So we talked. It was cool. Talked to the chef, and I'll be praying for him because he has a story, and I'm not gonna share it here for the world, but pray for Brian, the chef, when he watches um, for his health. Let's just leave it at that. Um, but I shared my sermon, and I shared the gospel with her, and she said some of the nicest things to me. And I hope she watches this video and puts the thing on it. I'm gonna comment. But the moral of the story is I'm doing all this stuff and I'm just freaking out because oh my gosh, I have to write this thing, and God, what I'm gonna do, and this is terrible, and I have to read it, and I have to write a paper, and I have to write some. I have things to do, and I gotta sleep. But I feel good because I took a step of faith and obedience, and I went and I made disciples, I guess, but teaching them to obey. But basically, I just love God and love others, and I just try to build somebody up, which is the message of my sermon. To truly love someone, build them up. So I don't know. That's faith, isn't it? Is doing something that makes no sense, but you just have faith that God's got it, and you just feel it in your spirit, feel it in your heart, because you just try to shut up and just listen to God, and the small still voice, and you go to in front of God's presence and say, what do I do? And he speaks and you listen. And then I try to listen, and what I heard was, go talk, share your story. And I did, and here we are. So I tell you all that to tell you this: take steps of faith, because this world is temporary. It won't last forever. We're only here for a little bit, and that's it. But the kingdom of God is forever. And I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm just telling you that that's what I believe, and my life hasn't been the same since I made the decision to. It's only gotten better. It's not sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, but you know what? It's definitely better. So there's something about that peace that surpasses all understanding. I can't explain it to you, but it's there. So, anyways, I'm gonna go write this paper and read this book because I have like 2.5 hours to do it. But it's gonna be great. So, you made it this far. Thanks for watching. And as a joke that goes out to Sabrina, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, tell me why not. And if you really like it, subscribe and tell your friends. Oh man, I had to. But anyways, feel free to like it, watch the video, whatever you want to do. It's all the same. But take care.